Hey guys, I'm super excited because I just bought something last year. The guys were always playing FIFA and I could never participate because I didn't know how. So I bit the bullet and I bought FIFA. Hey!
I just stole this from Ashely, FIFA 17. I don't think she knows it was me, but I couldn't wait any longer to play. So yeah, let's play. Well, Galacticos, I was very excited. I couldn't really wait for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check how the stats have changed for Real Madrid players. I want to see what were the stats.
What the hell, V? Was that you? It's not funny.
It was me. It was funny.
Yeah, you really scared me.
Anyway, sorry, but
you guys always prank me.
Because I'm comparing the FIFA stats from FIFA 16 and see what our players have for this year.
Okay.
So I want to do with you since you don't know what's going on. It'll be
I know.
interesting to see what you think.
Okay, let's see then.
All right, let's do it.
I can learn to play now, so I'm not so bummed about it.
We're not gonna play now, but we'll be teaching Ashely. So okay, Nacho, for example, Nacho Fernandez.
Okay.
In the last year had 75.
Oh,
Nacho was an overall of 75. Now with 78. What do you think of that?
I think that's reasonable. Last season we got to see some good things from Nacho and
Didn't play much.
Didn't
but
play that
when
much,
he did,
but when he did a good job. So I think that's
so
fair.
3 points up, fair.
I guess if we don't know the breakdown of it.
We have Isco. The way we have set up here the team is we put on the pitch the last team that started our last game, so it's not any biased for any player, of course. And then I will just go player by player. Isco, who had an 84, has remained at 84.
The same.
Yeah.
Isco. Well, I guess if it really matters what your FIFA scoring is, but
No, but I think it's like he hasn't really moved.
He hasn't done poorly and done better. I guess that's a good reflection of last year.
Like life hasn't changed for Isco, so there it is. Then Coentrao, who we didn't have.
Last year.
But now they give him an 80, so pretty solid. And Kovacic.
Maybe that's generous, eh?
Kovacic is a 79, which is low.
Coentrao.
For Coentrao, I think it's good. But yeah, I don't know. And then Kovacic has gone up 1 point. Kovacic has 78, and now it's 79.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I would have been happier with maybe seeing 80.
Yeah, I think he might be a little bit valued a little bit low.
Let's go with Kiko Casilla. Kiko Casilla had an 81 in the last game. Kiko was better than Keylor, 2 points better than Keylor, and now Kiko has remained at 81.
Okay.
Do you think that's fair?
In the last season he had.
Should he have gone up?
Maybe they were scoring him based off of his season at Espanyol and I don't know. I feel like we hardly saw Kiko last year.
That's true. That's true. We have seen a lot of Kiko in the last couple of months, but the game was already ready. So.
Right.
And then Marcelo, for example, Marcelo has a little bump up. Marcelo had an 83, and now is at 87.
Wow. I wonder if it's all for dribbling.
That's a good one.
And
But yeah, actually dribbling, you can see dribbling is one of the highest points.
Okay.
But yeah, dribbling, Marcelo goes up 4 points. This is the biggest bump up so far.
This had the biggest increase.
All right, so let's go with Lucas Vazquez. Lucas Vazquez in the last game had 76. I think, I think it was fair for,
No, this is great. 81 for him this year, and I think that's very fair. I haven't really started playing, but this is exciting just to see the numbers. But I love Luki, and I think he deserves it. He's shown really great strides this last season.
You were saying something about a breakout season.
Breakout season last season, so I think that this is fair for him to be in the 80s.
We have Morata at 82. Morata last year had an 81 at Juventus. In some different situations, that in some special weeks, like players, like if you play Ultimate Team, it would be like bumped up for the week. But Morata's was 81. So it's a point up for Morata. What do you see that? 82 now for Morata.
I guess that's good. I don't know. I don't know exactly how this works, but I guess that's good for us for Real Madrid when we're playing.
I don't know. Then we have Asensio at 81, but Asensio had no ranking last year from Real Madrid. So it's he, let's say, steps in the game with an 81. Then Casemiro, this will be interesting.
So what did he start at?
Casemiro had 77.
Wow.
And now he's at 82.
He's tied with Luka.
In a bump up of 5 points up for Casemiro. What do you think about that?
I think that is very fair. We saw that we needed him. We saw that he's capable of playing in the first team and contributing a lot to our team. So hopefully he bumps up even more. FIFA 2018. Maybe he'll be like at 90.
Pepe,
wow.
the last one of the players not on the pitch. Pepe had 84.
Wow.
I guess this has to do with winning the Champions League, winning the Euros, and everything. Like a great summer for Pepe. And a good season overall, but...
I thought he had a really great end to the season, which maybe...
Again, 5 points up for Pepe. Before we go to the starting lineup, say the 3 players that are most valued by FIFA are Lucas Vázquez, Casemiro, and Pepe. And I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, you could argue a little bit that maybe this or that, but I mean, overall it makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah, no,
good FIFA, good for you.
Good for you.
Good FIFA. All right, let's go to the pitch.
Okay.
Keylor Navas. Keylor Navas goes up from 79 that he had, 79 to 85.
And he's the winner of the
So-
6-point increase.
Yeah.
He really showed us another player with a breakout season, but he had to have a breakout season, I guess, that he deserves to be in that starting spot.
And then let's go with Carvajal. Carvajal
I think he's underrated.
Carvajal had a total of 81. That's gone up 3 points because now he's on 84. Maybe 84 is underrated,
I think
but
that's
the 3-point bump is...
Well, okay, certainly an increase, but I think he's underrated. I think he's one of the best right backs in the world. I don't think that's fair.
Ashely complains. Let's go to Varane. Varane had an 82 and now an 84.
See, I mean, I don't think that they're not the same position, but that they're comparable if we're talking about last season.
But I would compare them with Pepe, for example. Would you say that
Okay.
there's a difference of 5 points between Varane and Pepe, maybe Ramos?
Yeah, well, we're talking about how Ramos is playing now. No. Ooh, just
But
kidding.
anyway,
I love
Varane,
Ramos.
84, a 2-point bump for Varane. And then Sergio Ramos, of course, I guess, from, you know, scoring the goal against in the final at Champions League. But Ramos gets a 90. Coming from an 87, so a 3-point bump, but Ramos gets a 90. It's probably it's in the top 15 of players. And I think after Boateng, he's the best center back in the game.
Best center back in the game.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful center back. A little.
But 90.
90's really high.
Yeah. And then Danilo, I think we're gonna see another bump up. No.
Nope.
Actually, a bump down. Danilo had an 81 last year, and now he's got an 80. I don't think that's fair.
He didn't really have a great season.
Yeah, but I mean, you keep it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's true. I don't know. I don't think it's fair. I think Danilo is proven, but yeah, maybe you're right.
But maybe you're just remembering.
I'm remembering
these last
last
couple of matches where he's
no,
been doing an awesome job.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And you're not thinking about the times where he got absolutely pooped on.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I like Danilo, and you know, especially because he's Ashley's brother.
We look alike, apparently.
Toni Kroos.
Okay.
A lot of you.
Heavy artillery, if you didn't understand.
Heavy artillery. A lot of you have been saying it's not Kroos, it's Cruz.
Toni Kroos.
It's not Cruz. All right. My German friend Niels has told me Kroos. Toni Kroos.
Toni Kroos.
All right. So Toni Kroos, no Toni Kroos. Tom Cruise, Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos had an 87. Toni Kroos, and now he gets an 88.
Okay.
I think it's pretty high, and you know, you couldn't. It's fair to say he hasn't improved much in the last year. He's just good.
He's just very solid, reliable.
Now we go to Luka Modric, and Modric had an 87, and now Modric has an 89, which I think.
I would score him higher.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody deserves to be in the realm of the 90s, it should be Modric.
If this is like an American grading scale, he would be an A, not a B+.
And now this is going to generate some debate.
Yes.
Definitely,
That's
because if we're all basing this on last year, then James Rodriguez gets an 89. So you're telling me now in this game, James Rodriguez in last game had an 87, which is fair, and now it's a 2-point bump up. If we're basing this on last year, like, you know, you're telling me now that James is as good as Modric and better than Kroos?
No.
I don't agree with that. I mean, I think James, it could be an 89, but he wasn't an 89 last year. And if Modric is an 89, James is not an 89. But well, there's James with his 89. Let's go with the BBC. Karim Benzema, who last year had an 86, gets a 2-point bump to 88. Again, you know, like I have to compare him to other strikers, which we'll do in some videos, you know, very soon. Don't despair.
Okay.
But
so like it would be interesting to see what does Lewandowski have, what does
Griezmann
Suarez have, what does
exactly.
in that
We'll do
position.
that.
Okay.
But let's say that Benzema has improved 2 points.
2 points.
after last year. Do you think that makes sense?
I thought Benzema had a great season last year, and I honestly think this might be also a player that's a little bit underrated for his contribution to the team in terms of like what the goals that he scored. They were important goals. The times that he showed up, and we needed him to show up.
Interesting. Thank you, Ashely.
You're welcome.
Then of course Gareth Bale, or as I like to call him, Gareth Bale. You people who don't speak Spanish will not understand that. But anyway, Gareth Bale had an 87, which I do think was low for him. Gets a 3-point bump to a 90, which I think, I mean, yeah.
He's in the caliber of 90s.
Yes.
A caliber of player that deserves to be 90s.
Especially for me, like how much he carried the team when Cristiano was out, and like, he kind of became the leader for a month of Real Madrid. And I think, yeah. And of course, last but not least,
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo in last game was 1 point behind Lionel Messi in this never-ending debate of who against who. I don't know why I even thought of Messi, but Cristiano had an 93, and he was a point behind Messi, and now Cristiano gets 1 more point. And it's fair to mention that Cristiano is the best player in
Has the highest score, is the highest scored player in FIFA.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I try to say. And now Cristiano is the best player in the game, and Messi is 1 point behind of Cristiano, and I do think that makes sense. We'll do a special video comparing those two.
So I think that's fair. I think that's interesting. 94 is really a high scoring.
Yeah, he's the highest in the game. Nobody else is like the next highest is Messi with 93.
But if we're talking about a striker, left winger, he's one of the best in the world.
But dribbling?
Because he got the moves like Jagger.
I was not expecting that. Anyway, Galacticos, we hope you enjoyed it. If you are a FIFA junkie like we are, you probably already seen this. So this has been absolutely a waste of your time. But
they're introducing me to FIFA, which is great because my brothers never let me play.
This is the inception thing we're trying to do along the season. At the end of the season, you will see Ashely beating gamers online. Yeah, like serious gamers, not me. But anyway, Galacticos, we hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think about this.
And the rankings.
Of the rankings, like especially comparing, like, do you think that FIFA has made, let's say, a fair assessment of our player season, which is what we did here?
Right.
Like, have they gone up or down, or was it fair for them to stay the same? Let us know, Galacticos, what you think about life. What do you think about Ashely, for example, and Ashely being introduced to the world of FIFA. And yeah, give us a like and subscribe. If you like this video, please share it with your friends, with your FIFA friends that I'm sure you have a lot. And we'll see you tomorrow for sure.
For sure, man.